Hello guys, welcome to this channel, and if you're watching this video, that means that you live in one of these regions, or maybe you realize that what winter is coming. So long story short, I will try to put everything in this short video. I hope it will be short, like 6, maybe 7 minutes. So first of all, slow down guys, really, never drive the same speed what you drove before the winter. It has this dangerous effect which calls black ice. When you think you're driving actually on asphalt, but you couldn't see, it's actually like thin ice above this asphalt, and when you do recent brakes, like hitting the brakes or recent move, you just start drifting. Don't do it, seriously, just slow down. If it was like 50 kilometers per hour, I would say kilometers, okay? You can convert to miles. Anyway, just divide it around 2, like. So if it was 50, drive with 30 kilometers per hour. If it was 60, drive with, I would say, 35 kilometers per hour. And also keep the distance. You should maintain distance with the car before you and the car behind you. Sometimes it's quite difficult because sometimes just got into your lane. So anyway, slow down, keep the distance. And then second thing, before you actually start driving, what you need to do with your car. First of all, it's changing oil. For your winter oil, it will save your engine. Second one is change your tires. Of course, switch to winter tires. It depends on like region where you live. If it's big city and they always clean the road and there are actually asphalt, you can go with sticky winter tire. If it's out of town and there are like snow on the road, so use stubborn tires. Oh yeah, and charge your battery before the winter, and sometimes in winter as well. It's especially when it's really cold, like negative 30 Celsius. You should bring your battery inside and charge it, or run your car and engine actually will hit your battery and you can charge it there. The third thing is warm up your engine. In cold region like in Russia, in Canada and otherwhere, here in Winnipeg especially, you need to warm up your engine for at least from 5 to 20 minutes. Here you can see I already went out in this morning before go to work and actually warm up my car. It's important. Today it's -6, so I think like 6-7 minutes before you start it's good to do, like to warm up your engine. Also, if you have these 5-10 minutes, you can clean up your car, like make sure what your wipers don't froze to the windshield, take your brush and brush it. But for me, I usually go inside, change my clothes and go to work. And to start up your car, you also need to follow this procedure. So you have your key, put it in ignition. Okay, first position will be for battery. Yeah, there are sometimes shows battery on. And second one will be for our fuel pump, which pumping our gas from tank to the engine. So listen, you need to listen to this one until it stops pumping, and then you can just fire it up. So just listen. Yeah, you heard? Now it's off. Yeah, and of course your heater, everything should be off. It doesn't work, so you wouldn't like kill your battery. And remember, you need to warm up not only the engine but also other parts like transmission. It's quite difficult with automatic. You need to switch first like on parking, then a little bit run on drive, a little bit run on neutral, then run it on like another gear. And also your car has these joints and seals which also need to be warmed up a little bit to don't rip them off like when you drive. Immediately like start like hitting your accelerator, and no, don't do it. Just slowly, like 3 minutes, slowly driving like around 20 kilometers per hour. Just let your engine get used for it, and those joints and seals also like rotate, because that oil actually then also freeze, and rubber is like become hard like plastic. So small like rotation will be warm up it, like friction warm up it. So let's leave it under the friction for 3 minutes, and then your rubber parts will be like more flexible and you can drive like you like after 3 minutes. I do it like for 3 minutes, like when I drive on my streets and get to the highway, it usually takes me like 3 minutes. And another thing, many who will argue over this in comments down below, but don't leave your e-brake, like handbrake like during the night when it's, you know, what it will be cold, and especially when it was warm during the day and all the snow melted, and when you like put it on an e-brake, it actually can froze during the night when it's negative 30. Those water can be froze, and your brakes can be actually froze to the like drum, which is not nice. You need to scratch the drum, drive a little bit, like, no. If you parking on flat surface like me, you can just release that brake during the night if you know what it will be really cold, really cold. Not necessary, but sometimes if it's really cold, you can't touch those pipes, tubes in your engine with coolant, which goes from radiator to your engine. Because why engine dying in the winter is because overheating actually. Of course, sometimes it's a loop thing. When oil is frozen and stick too hard, it's like hard, and engine running a few minutes just without oil until it's melted and get to the pistons. But the most part why it's dying because of overheating actually. It's exposed and the metal friction become very hard. It's because coolant from radiator is frozen and don't get to your engine. So touch those tubes and check if it's not like cracked because of when it's getting cold. This liquid coolant is actually freezing and getting like wider, and sometimes it can reach your tube. So keep an eye on that one. So now we figured out how to warm up our car and if we actually need to do it. And next step is what to do if we couldn't get inside of your car, and what can we do to open the door when it's actually frozen to your car body, to don't rip off the door handle. So first what you should do is of course be sure what door actually opens. So click this button and listen. Yeah, now you can be sure, and in case if it's stuck, you couldn't open. Don't pull it hard because you can rip the handle from your door, which will be sad. So what you need is just waving like this, and then you see it's slowly moving. Just try a little bit pull, and then when you can grab with your finger, you can get this door open. This. Oh, and one thing, never put hot water on your glasses. Why I prefer to swipe everything, even from my roof, down? It's two reasons. First one is when you like hit the brakes, all this amount of snow can go on your windshield, which you don't want while you're driving. And another one, when it's getting warmer and all the snow melted and get in between door, in these like gaps, there are rubber seals, and when it's melted water, it's there, and during the night it can be cold, so water will be froze, and this thing froze to your metal, so it will be really hard to open then. So yeah, of course you can try to pour it with hot water from your kettle, but be careful, really be careful, don't let it get to your glass. Double kill. And now, after we get inside our car, warm up our engine and ready actually to go somewhere, we should be ready to go somewhere and prepare some stuff to carry with you. For me, for instance, I always carry with me this small shovel, just in case it's need to be there in winter, then fire extinguisher. I don't know if it's like safety standard here, but in my country back then, yeah, you need to have a fire extinguisher and first aid kit. And another thing is rope and torch or lighter, how you like it. But for us it's a lighter, flash lighter. Another thing what during the winter when all this snow melted and all this dirt can get from another car into your windshield, you should carry with you this windshield washer, yeah, one of these, and this booster or car jumper, star jumper, I don't know how you call them, but this thing very helpful in that cases when oil in your engine and block getting very thick, your battery is very hard to rotate your starter, so that thing will help you. I don't know how it's called, because when I was young and learned how to drive, I have old car and this booster looks like this. And since I travel and have long distance trip in my car, with my car, I always, not always, I lie, sometimes I carry with you warm things, warm clothes as well, because who knows how long you can be there on the road, stuck there, and if it's negative 40, it's good to have some blanket there in trunk and just cover yourself and wait for the help.
хватай там, що там, блядь, тебе по руку попадет, и тикай. Просто то, что сзади может догнать тебя такой самый долбоёб и расхуячить тебя в блинчик.
Almost forgot to tell you important thing when you're on a highway, long distance trip. Try to not leave your car. If you get into accident, just run from the highway. Because if you a good driver and keep distance, it doesn't mean what someone behind you is the same good driver, so he can just smash you. If it's blizzard and he goes the same like 100 kilometers per hour, don't slow down. So better either you stay in the car, or if you know where you save, it's like last lane, and from last lane use right doors and go to the field or wherever they're aside.
Oh, look at that! I need to get off the road! Go, 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 go! This is ridiculous. It's snow and fog mixed together, and it made the visibility down to zero. And oh, watch out, watch out! Oh, God! My car is gone! Oh my God, those fires is crazy over there. I'm not going over there. I'm gonna check out the action over here. Woo!
He was so bothered by Trump being president as many were. Myself, particularly the way, everything just kind of bundled. My opinion, your opinion.
It's not up to him, and there's no legal basis for any of these things.
And again, do not rush.
Winter is here.
So friends, I know it's not usual format of my video for this channel, but I decided to make it since winter is coming. And I know what here now in Canada, Manitoba, a lot of new drivers from countries from warm climate which don't know how to deal with snow. So I think it will be helpful, useful for you guys. And before Christmas I also want to do something else. It's not like travel video, but it's my hobby. I also overvoiced some other movies, cartoons, so I want to upload one of my old projects. It would be like Christmas movie, New Year movie. We'll see if YouTube actually allowed me to upload voice over, because it will count like someone's video. We'll see. But I hope everything will fine, and maybe in New Year you will see this like Christmas movie.